Okay, part two. Oh my god, I didn't realize I didn't eat all my lunch yesterday, so I guess I don't have to pack that much. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I'm back to make another video, part two of Just to Survive. So yeah, I'm continuing to be treated like the other, like I've done something wrong, even though it has been proven that I haven't. So it's kind of like, you get a lot of people who, I don't know. All I know is that, I have to keep going back and forth as to what's the best course of action. And it's not something that you can just, make up in your mind and say, okay, I'm going to do this, and that's a definite. That's the plan. It's not quite that simple, because the problem with it is that you're dealing with constant harassment. You're dealing with constant game playing and people who don't want to give you what you deserve. And you don't know where to turn, because everybody is basically programmed or whatever, and you don't really have faith in who's around you, because obviously being a targeted individual, having employers and stuff like this participate in it is enough to be, it's very anxiety inducing enough, just by the simple fact that you think that you can trust your employers, you think your stuff is private, you think that your files are sealed, you think that you don't have anything to worry about when you go to work, but when your workplace is doing that to you, that's terrifying, okay? And then also, they are encouraging other people to do the same thing to you. Now, Steve and Vicki Murray know that I did a good job over at their place, okay? What they're doing is they're either influenced by the cult, or they're doing it because of racial reasons, okay? I do think that it's a little bit of a combination of both. I did a great job at the Murray's place. Actually, probably one of the best jobs I've ever done, and was able to demonstrate my skills very well there. And that letter of recommendation that he gave me actually should have included more, but, I don't understand why he would give me a letter of recommendation and turn around. Probably because my sister, maybe, decided to take control of my job. I don't know what the deal is with my work, but whatever the case is, she's created a lot of problems for me. I have worked hard for everything that I've ever had in my life, and, I have to basically struggle for every little thing that I have. I mean, it's ridiculous. I have to struggle for every little thing I have. And so this job here, to me, I mean, I don't like the job, okay? I've already mentioned that before. But at the same time, it's like, well, I keep thinking, well, if I wait to get another job, then I can move out, or should I try to move out now? I mean, I go back and forth with this because, like I said, it's very difficult to make, plans when everything is so untrustworthy. Like, if I wasn't a targeted individual, then I could, feel more confident about making a plan and sticking to it, and then just go ahead and going forward with it. But when you are dealing with, I'm back in the bathroom now, I had to make my lunch, or snack, I should say. But when you're dealing with, the kind of behavior, and I don't know if some of the programming of the cult has worn off or not, but the thing is that I believe that these people were trying to punish me for some bullshit that they thought was going on Facebook or whatever. But, okay, obviously none of that's going on. None of it has happened. And then, of course, I get the feeling that I don't know whose side they're on, okay? Are they influenced by the cult of Esther? Because I know Esther's involved in it. Are these people approving of this incestuous bullshit? Because I'm going to tell you that's not what I believe in. I would never do something like that. If they're punishing me because they thought that I was involved in it, I would never be involved in that. But if they need to look at it from a different perspective, if I have been tricked into being with, if Piggy was keeping that from me, and then maybe planning on introducing me into that sort of lifestyle, then that is actually something that is considered to be abusive to women, and it really should be looked upon as something scandalous, and especially if employers are getting involved in it. It's a very strange situation, okay, but it's all illegal, and it reeks of sexual harassment. And there's so many elements to this that I'm trying to see how everything interconnects, but whatever it is, it's inappropriate. you start to come to the realization that, doing things right in a world that's corrupt and people are obsessed about, people basically survive doing what's wrong. They do. I mean, I see that. You know what I mean? I see that. They survive doing things that are corrupt and wrong and immoral, and if you're not like them, then you've got a problem. And I'm not saying that certain people's fetishes are corrupt and immoral. They are corrupt and immoral if, number one, you're not, it's not consensual, okay? I don't believe in incest. I don't, okay? I know the Bible talks about certain forms of incest, and I do remember, there's passages in the Bible that talk about a father who basically sleeps with his mother's wife is basically an abomination. That is kind of like very, very, it's very clear. So, to throw religion into it, and then, all of it, I think I've made my point on that, so I really don't want to have to backtrack on that, because I don't want to sound like a broken record. But my point is that you can always, it's very clear to see that religion has been used as an excuse to basically cheat me out of my job, my job that's rightfully mine. Okay, so let's forget about that. Let's just, want to move on. But I do want to be able to choose my own job, and I should be able to not work for people who are perps. I don't have any respect for the people I work for. I don't. How could I? How could I possibly respect them? I actually feel like a cloud of death being around these people for the simple fact that to me, it's a very, I feel corrupt and it's more morbid, because everybody who's involved in this are people that I don't want in my life, okay? Anybody who put me in this situation, why would I want to associate with them? Seriously, why would I want to? And then, I'm getting along with them only because I have to, but I honest and truthfully have no desire to associate with them. Why should I? So, I mean, I definitely can't venture. I don't feel safe venturing out of Bakersfield because I know that there's a death trap. Oftentimes, target individuals try to make a change out of their environment, and they try to make a change out of their environment, and they'll go to another job, and just like how Polly made a phone call to make me lose my job, they'll fire that person for no reason, and they know that person has nowhere to go, okay? So, because I'm a target, and it doesn't matter at this point that I'm innocent. I didn't do anything, okay? But for some reason, there's still people out there who probably still want to toy with you. It's very strange. No, I have no interest in, I have to protect myself. So my life is about survival at this point. And, once you're a target, you're always a target. And that's pretty much how I look at it, So what is my family doing? What is my blood relations doing now that they put me in this program? Are they sitting back? Are they making calls? Are they pleading with the people of Bakersfield? Do they feel any remorse? Are they trying to make a difference? Are they trying to fix it? Although I don't know if they can or not, but, they should be doing at least something. They may not like me as a person, but they could at least try to spare my life, okay, because my life is in jeopardy. And I would encourage them to do as much as they possibly can, because what they've done is put me in a death trap, and it's a death trap. It's a tragedy waiting to happen. I don't have anything to do with Piggy or his mom. I'm not going to associate, affiliate, or align myself with anything that they do. I'd like to move out. I really would, have my own place. But like I said, I mean, this job that I'm working, it's affecting my mood so much. Just for the very nature of what it was established on. So it's not a good idea for me to make life plans right now. But then I keep bouncing back and forth. It's very difficult to plan anything when you're in this situation. You can't do anything. Your hands are basically tied. I feel like I have to fight for every little success that I have accomplished. And I've accomplished, I would say that people are ignoring my accomplishments because of hatred, I guess, and then racism, and then of course the religious issue. But I'm definitely, and you can tell by my videos, me explaining the things that have happened and occurred, that I'm obviously the best at my job, okay? And so you get people who want to undermine your accomplishments and give you, less than what you have. So I hope my family has seen what they have done. I hope they've seen that. I hope they've seen what they've done, the wheels that they've started in motion, the foolishness that they've had. that self-hatred that they felt for themselves and how they projected it onto me and what it's done to my life. I didn't deserve to be in this situation. I was just a person who was going to work, coming home, and you guys just decided to come in and attack me for no reason. You know what I mean? And as for Piggy, I got back together with him back in 2000. I came back here in 2009. We moved back in 2010. Now, I don't know if he was a part of some, like, conspiracy back then, or did he become did it become a conspiracy after I left the Murray's place? I'm not sure, okay? But whatever the case is, there was nothing wrong with me getting back together with him since I was legally married, or at least I thought I was legally married to him. I had no idea that he was doing what he was doing. Now, I knew that in the past. He knew that I didn't particularly like his mom. He wasn't like a great father to my son or anything. He was just kind of like a doorstop. He was kind of useless, but still, I mean, he was somebody that was who could hang out and kind of keep me company or whatever. But I never, had I known that, then it would have been absolutely no, you know what I mean? But whatever the case is, I think people must have assumed that just because, he would go to his mom's house, like, on the weekends, and then for a while he stopped going. So, I don't know. And then I kept thinking, well, maybe he might be seeing his mom, like, maybe on days of the week, maybe? I don't know. But there was a long time where he stopped seeing his mom, and I wasn't really thinking, I thought maybe, he was just tired, or maybe he was finally kind of growing, apart from her. I don't know what the deal was, okay? Now he goes over there quite frequently, but I had no idea that they were incestuous. I remember there was a picture that I saw one time of him and his mom sitting on the couch, and I remember thinking, that looks really weird. Like, I would never take a picture with my son like that. I just wouldn't, okay? It looked it didn't look overly, it just looked odd. Like, they were sitting next to each other and they were kind of holding hands, and it looked kind of weird. Because, like, I wouldn't do that with my son, because that looks very strange. But then I kept thinking, okay, his mom is kind of a, emotionally needy person. So I kind of shrugged it off. And then, through the years, like, little signs and stuff. And in 2015, I started getting my suspicions, but I had so much else that was on my mind, like, the gang stuff. But I didn't really put it all together. And now, finally, I believe I put it together. And I'm just like, oh, that's so fucking disgustingly gross. Okay, so basically, I'm a victim of somebody's weird jealousy that to me, that whole thing is sick, okay? The whole thing is all sick and weird and twisted and just bizarre, okay? It's bizarre. And yet, and I would have nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it. I never would have anything to do with it. So, I'm a victim, is what I am. A victim all the way around here. So, yeah, I may have lied about my race when I met him, but I would say that that's minor compared to the life that he's living. And I don't, he's a cult member. He's a member of a cult.